Good evening. Welcome to Homeless No More's 10th annual event. We really appreciate you joining us this evening. It is great to have you. The theme for this year is the greater the storm, the brighter the rainbow. And really want to thank our sponsors because they have helped bring the rainbow out this year. Thanks so much for all you have done. We're filming tonight in the Holy Cross New Hope Community Center right on Larch here in Lansing. And this is where the services are done. Each year, 5,000 clients are served, 70,000 meals, 600 are provided shelter on an emergency basis. But the real star of the show, I'm going to turn it over to, is Sharon Dade, who helps make these things happen here at New Hope Community Center. And she's going to get us started with an invocation. All right.
The Lord bless you and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. Lord, turn his face toward you and give you peace. So we talk about the greater the storm, the brighter the rainbow, and the storm has been really great this year for New Hope Community Center, but especially for those that we serve. It is one thing to be told to stay in your home for safety reasons, but what if you don't have a home? What if you don't have a place to stay? And that is really the mission of New Hope Community Center, is to make sure that everyone has a home. That's a basic right. It's not a privilege. And so our job is really to work with the most vulnerable in our community and to offer them services that would stabilize their lives and help them to move forward. And that begins with having a home, a place you can call your own. And for those that are in housing already, to help them remain in housing. One of the things we know about homelessness is that no matter how beautiful we make our shelter, no matter how safe it may feel, for a family to become homeless is traumatizing. So the very best thing we can do is to keep them in their homes. And that's exactly what we've done this year. We have had the awesome opportunity to work with our community and our community partners and local government to make sure that there's enough capacity in our community that no one has to live on the streets. Now, we know that everyone has to make a choice about where they want to be, particularly in cold weather and COVID. Those things are all traumatizing. But when it comes to cold weather and COVID, it's sort of 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. And so our job is to make sure that people have a place where they can go if they need a place to go. So we opened up an alternative shelter, partnering with community partners and shelters and also the city of Lansing at our what is known as the Geyer Community Center. And the shelter is called Choice, just for that reason, because people get to make a choice. We will take people no matter where they come from, no matter what condition that they're in. We don't There are no barriers to access to choice. And so we welcome them. And then once they're there, we have behavioral health workers that come in on a weekly or twice a week basis. We have our housing workers that come in to talk to people about housing options. We try to make sure that we can provide as many services as we can while we have people there. Choice has been serving up to 65 people a night, and it has been packed the entire time almost that we've had it open. And that says something about the need in our community as it relates to people that need housing. It is not a comfortable place to be, so by no means, but it is a safe place to be. And it is a place where people can get help. And that's exactly what we want to say to those that are in need, is that we are here to help you. We're here to give you a helping hand. We're here to help you move forward in your life. The other huge thing that we've had the opportunity to do is what we call eviction diversion or eviction prevention. And that is to keep people in their housing. We have worked with community partners, but as the coordinated entry for Ingham County, we've been able to take the lead role in this effort, and that is to spend $3.7 million and assist 1,100 households in 5 months in order to keep them in their housing. We know that one of the side traumatic crises of COVID has been the economic crisis. And one of the things that we've done is helping those folks that were really close to losing their housing and helping them stay in their housing by giving them financial assistance, by offering case management, by connecting them to services in the community, whether it's legal services or whether it's financial assistance, or whether it is just checking in on them to see how's the utility bills going, keeping those basic services of heat, water, electricity, and shelter in place, and food. We have had that beautiful opportunity to connect with these families. The Vaccaro family has just been one of those families we've connected with. On average, we've spent about $3,500 per family in order to keep them stabilized. So we appreciate everything that you do and everything that you've done to allow us to continue to do the work that we do. Our meals, it's interesting. We are kind of in a food desert where we are now. There's not a grocery store nearby. People that are on food stamps, people that may not have income at all, still need to eat. That's a very basic need. And so one of the things we've been able to do is to do carry-out meals. We couldn't open our dining room because of COVID, but we have continued to serve by offering 100 carry-out meals a day to those that are in desperate need for food. And so, as well as making sure that those in the shelter are eating, and if anyone calls us and says they need something, we will try to either direct them to the right place or provide it. And that's what we get a chance to do every single day. And we love our mission. We love our work. It is dear to our heart, and the service that we do. By no means is it easy. My staff are absolutely amazing. They oftentimes get to hear trauma after trauma after trauma, and they still keep moving forward. And I appreciate them, because this is not a one-person job. This is our entire team that gets to do this work. And so they have really not backed up. They have not withdrawn from the efforts that we do every day, and I appreciate that about them. So I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce you to our CEO, Sharon Berkebine, who is an amazing force behind the work we do. She has a huge heart of compassion and is really the strength behind what we get a chance to do every day. You will love her. We love her. Sharon.
Thank you, Sharon. I'd like to thank all of you for your support over the years for Holy Cross Services and for the New Hope Community Center specifically. And I'd like to especially thank you for your ongoing support. As it's clear from what Sharon had to say, there's an awful lot happening, a lot of services that are very important to this community. As I think about this past year and I think about the struggles that we've all faced, just trying to understand all that has happened, I can't help but think of what it would have been like to have gone through all of that, and on top of that be homeless. And then if you think about it, not only being homeless, but also having the responsibility and caring for a child, what would that even be like? So we'd like to be able to show you the struggle and what it has been like for one of very special families, the Vaccaro family.
For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord.
Holy Cross really helped us when we became homeless due to personal situations, and they really helped us to get on our feet, find a place to live, and continue helping us not just get into a place, but to continue helping us be successful.
Some of the services that Holy Cross has really helped us with was, the helping to pay our rent for 6 months to allow us to really, try and get ahead. That has helped out tremendously, and we can actually now afford to pay our rent and our bills and everything else, as well as the counseling that they helped us get as well.
With having, at the time, a newborn daughter that was barely a few weeks old, a special needs son that was 2.5 at the time, it was really hard. And most of the shelters were either just for women or just adults. It was hard to find something that would keep us together as a family, and we were terrified that my husband would have to go to a separate shelter or something. I didn't want to be alone in a shelter with kids and feeling unsafe. So when we called Holy Cross, that was one of our concerns we brought up. We said we don't want to be separated. We're family, and I have a newborn daughter and a special needs son, And they said, well, there's a hotel program we can put you in, for a while we're looking for permanent housing for you. So it's not just a shelter somewhere, it's a, nice, clean, warm hotel room. And, they made sure our other needs were met. Whenever we need, or sometimes they'll offer diapers or things for the kids, they let us know resources. They keep up with us with resources. They always contact us and let us know when there's a food drive or a diaper drive or anything else that we may need. And they definitely keep up on top of information to keep us informed of what's going on in the community. Holy Cross felt very personalized. The other shelters and programs that I contacted, they were rather short with us, very, very impersonal, and it felt like we were just another needy person, just another someone looking for a handout. And it's a very insecure feeling that you get, feeling like, well, we're just another poor family, and we're always just going to be needy. And Holy Cross definitely showed that, this is just a bad time, a bad situation, and we can strive to be better. We're humans. We have feelings. We have a family. We deserve happiness. And they definitely, they've made us feel like we have a chance at real happiness and a normal, safe family life.
They definitely made it so that, it showed that they actually cared about us. And we weren't just, another phone call that they had to deal with. Right now, we're looking forward to, being able to pay our own way and, make our own home.
And it's not just financial, it's, emotional and mental well-being as well. Because, with the chaos and the stress of financial problems comes the stress of your life, and you get into this place of chaos and it's hard to keep up with everything, and it just feels like your life is crumbling. And they make us feel safe and secure, and that we can get to a place, and we're striving to get to a place where that steadiness will be possible.
Honestly, I don't think we would have gotten this far without them. I'll be honest. We've had some rough patches, and we're in a town that we don't really know that well. We're not from here, so finding them, without them, we would have been in a far worse place. and I'm so thankful for it.
I just think Holy Cross is a real blessing, and I definitely recommend it to others who are in need, you know, to any extent, whether it's out of a place of desperation or just needing a little bit of help. I definitely encourage to take that brave step and seek out Holy Cross, and, you know, they will definitely do everything that they can for you and get you into that place that you need to be in.
For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future.
Wow, thank you, Vaccaro family, for sharing your story. What a great example of perseverance and all that can be done with the help of the New Hope Community Center. And thank you all for tuning in tonight. We really appreciate you taking the time to join us for the 10th annual Homeless No More event. One thing I'd like to point out is that you'll see on your screen in the description area a link you can hit for donating and going to our website, holycrossservices.org. Any help you can give is greatly appreciated. None of this happens without the support of all of you locally, and that allows our services to continue. So again, thank you very much for any support you can give, and have a blessed evening.